All right, Shalom, Shalom. It's Double Kanan coming in for Judah. Fort Worth, Fort Judah. Want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kadat. Double answer to the apostles, great millstone, citation, all the Akims and Aquas. It's coming in with a short lesson. This will be another one of my outside debut on my channel, Fort Worth, Fort Judah lessons. And Amber Alert, somebody missing. But anyways, just coming in with wise words, understanding of prophecy. What is prophecies? And you Akims and your Aquas, you got to be aware of who you listening to and who you get your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from, because it's a lot of false Yahushas out here and the false prophets out here. So just to start you right off, book. Let me give you that Ecclesiasticus 37:23. A wise man instruct his people, and the fruit of his understanding faileth not. A wise man shall be filled with blessings, and all they that see him shall count him happy. And that's exactly how it is. Knowing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah and this truth, you actually should be happy, man. You shouldn't be around here disgruntled, or of course it's bitter, because Ezekiel 3:1 tell us that the word is sweet and then it becomes bitter in our mouth. And then sweet like honey in our mouth and bitter in our belly. So let me get that real quick, since we're speaking on. I should stop this young Arthur real quick, but I'll let him go. This Ezekiel 3:1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. So yeah, the word, when you first get it, it be sweet, because that's another chapter that we coming into, beside us Akims who've been in 2007, 2008 and on, and some some before that. But we be considered like kind of the pioneers to this whole thing, because as I can see, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah set up the elders of apostles, which they went forward and set us Akims up all over the world. And the other one Westers, because that's what it comes down to. So let me get this one of Revelation 10:8. All right, this Revelation 10:8. And the voice which I heard from heaven spake unto me again, and said, Go and take the little book which is open in thy hand to the angel which standeth upon the sea and upon the earth. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book from what we got here. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I ate it, my belly was bitter. And some Akims fall out because of this, because they get bitter, because it becomes dull, or they fall into unbelief. That's why Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah said, what? Many I called, but few I chose. And that's Akims who doing this work day in and day out, week in and week out, and living it as a living testimony and so forth, going out on the highways and byways. We the ones that's standing forward. But hey, when it comes to Esau, they don't come around their motherfucking body up any goddamn way. So let me get this other one real quick that I was just talking about. Because everybody have to understand that the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is actually prophecy. That's what it is. That's why we come out on the highways and byways and we prophesy. Even though you're going to look like a goddamn fool, but 1 Corinthians 2 told us, don't even worry about that, which I get that next. But let's do this. Revelation 19:10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou doest this not, for I am thou fellow servant and thou brother that hath the testimony of Yahushua. Worship worship Yahushua for the worship God, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. So this is and that's what everything boils down to, the spirit of prophecy. And that's how what we use as a measuring stick to measure the end of the world, by the prophecies. That's how we know. That's why don't nobody know the date. So this whole 400 years thing that everybody trying to run off on, oh, it's been 400 years. No. That just got to do with the condition that we've been here. That's it. It don't have nothing to do with the scriptures and prophecy. Nothing. Because the 400 years it was speaking on was talking about during the Egyptian period with Moses, which a lot of y'all ain't finna be a part of that second Exodus. So I can understand why y'all in that vibration of the numerology, but y'all not finna make it. So you have to make sure, man, that who you learning from and that you doing your studying too. I was gonna get y'all something else too, but you know what? I'm gonna drop that and let's go over here because my man got a lot to say. So let's see. So you want to be like the church that study. This Acts 17 and 11. These were more noble than those in Thessalonians, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind and searched the scriptures daily whether these things were so. Therefore many of them believed, also of honorable women which were Greeks, and of man not a few. See that? And you see what it said, right? But many believe. See that? So that's why I say it's gonna be a big influx that's gonna come into this truth. That's why it's Akims. We have to stay ready-minded and ready to exalt Yahweh Bashem Yahushua at any given time, at any given moment, man. That's why you stay under attack. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stay with all kind of injuries and BS at home, and then with this the whole job situation, and then in between moving from one apartment to another apartment. I ain't moved this motherfucking much all in my whole motherfucking life and shit. But hey, brother gotta do what they gotta do. But that's the bearing down cross. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about. Yahushua said, bear thou cross and follow thee. So yeah, man, people was more noble. And you see what it said in Acts 17 and 12. Therefore, many of them believed, also of honorable women, which were Greeks. See that? And that's what? Acts 17 and 12, right? So let's look up that word, honorable women, which was Greeks, right? Because right off top, you're going to think it's talking about some goddamn Caucasian white woman. Which, nope. It's talking about Israelite women. Because that word they already know is Hellenist. I already did this. That's why you got to stay studied and ready. For when you run across shit like that, and you dealing with an audience and motherfuckers, oh, wait a minute. No, ain't no wait a minute. Wait a minute what? You know, we about wisdom, knowledge, understanding. That's what the apostles told us too. So it said, Acts 17 and 12. Therefore, many of them believed, also honorable women, which were Greeks, right? So when you look up the word Greek, it goes into what? Hellenist. A Greek woman, a Gentile woman, not a Jewish, right? Which they just put that bullshit in there. It's a Greek neither by nationality, whether a native of a mainland of the Greek island or colonist. In a wider sense, the name embraced all nations, not Jews that made the language, customs, and learning of the Greeks their own. See that? Now, but you see how they right off come with that right now in there. Oh, too late for you, Johnny boy. We already got it. You see, we already got it. That's what I mean by it's over with. That's why all you Johnny come late. It's over with. That's why go get you a Zonderkin's Compact Bible, right? Because they just updated that motherfucking what I just read, right? So when did this come? See how old my book is, which I don't even know. Oh, copyright 1993. See, so this ain't no little fluke shit. See that? I even highlighted it for you. See that? Xanticus Compact Bible. But let's go to Hellenus. Because they think they slick. Hellenus, right? This on page 223. It say Jews who made Greek their tongues and with it often adopted Greek ideas and practices. Acts 6:1, 9-27. See? So we already know like what's that about. So Esau with his little Johnny come late shit. Yeah, it's too late. So yeah, so those Greeks, there was Israelites that adopted it and made Greek they tongue, just like today. Y'all call yourself African Americans. And y'all try to fight against Yahweh Shah, which is that rock, that cornerstone, which that building, and you know, he gonna disannul this motherfucking place, America. Okay, see, so you wanna be like that church, you know, and be studied. That's why those, and I don't care how old you is, what profession you have or don't have, what infirmities or whatever you deal with. That's why you got other groups like Nate and them. They build they members up, and they have it where they can't fly out the nest. See that? You know, something would have happened, which would cause like you know, for Akims and so forth to do what they got to do, because it's all about Yahweh Shah at the end of the day. So yeah, they can't do that because they not being studied and learned, so they don't know what to do. So they be stuck. So remember, the word is Yahweh Shah. Alright, so let's keep this gravy, like I like to say, gravy train moving. Real quick. Man, the pages don't fly away. Look at these. Funny looking. Okay, so let's do this Deuteronomy 18:18. So you gotta remember who you learning from. And you know what? Those of y'all who was a part of those groups too,